Pieces of shit.
Pieces of shit.
Yay! That's as soon as I turned it on. That's what the dulcet tones
Yep,
of
it was good.
Reagan.
Good intro.
Pieces of shit. Welcome to another episode of Critical Misconduct, where we were discussing selling our accounts and games. And then some other stuff. So, yeah.
Don't do Evercrack, kids.
Don't do Evercrack. Look at that puppy sleeping, Reagan.
Are those servers even still online? I feel like they are.
I don't know. I want them. You know what I want to come back? I want Ultima Online again.
I never played that.
I want a house. I want a house and be able to be a merchant on the side. Whatever happened to that style of game?
Yeah, Star Wars Galaxies, like before the combat, what is it called? The coup, the combat upgrade.
Ultima Online is what I consider the first. You know what I mean? Like, it was the precursor.
It was.
Lord Britain, or Lord British? Or can't remember.
Lord British.
I was not into that game.
It was like the first MMO.
I had one of the Ultima games, though. I had Ultima 4, Quest of the Avatar. For my Atari 65 XE.
It was home to one of the most infamous moments in video game history, because there was one of the devs, actually, like the main dev, actually had a character in the game, and his name was Lord British, and they had coded the character to be unkillable, but somebody found out a way to kill Lord British and assassinated him one day. It was like the most infamous shit at the time. They were like, oh my god, somebody killed Lord British.
That's awesome.
I mean, I guess it is notorious as the Leroy Jenkins.
Yes, yeah, it was that. It was very much that. Or actually, it wasn't the equivalent of Leroy. It was the equivalent of the WoW Plague, is what it was. It was like that sort of moment.
Oh, the WoW Plague! I lived through that.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was a beta tester for WoW when it first came out, and I played live servers, and I remember. I was Alliance, and I remember, like, I used to hang out around Ironforge, and holy shit, when that thing happened, it would just crash your computer, and, like, your game was constantly crashing, and, like, the first day I remember logging in, I logged into Ironforge, and that was happening, and it crashed my computer, and it took me, like, 18 logins to, like, get out of Ironforge because of all the lag, because of all the particle effects and shit. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a disease or something that
It was something that, so it was a disease you caught from a creature that wasn't supposed to last, but somebody basically, I think, Hearthstone back to a major city. And when you died, you spread it to what was around you. And I think it just, because it was so crowded in the hubs, it just spread through the entire servers, like all the servers.
Somebody figured this out, so then players started weaponizing it, and like they would make characters specifically on the other side so that they could go and give them the plague before they went into like the battleground area or whatever. And it was
so like the main cities were just all these particle effects and gravestones that were just lagging the entire server out to no end. And like, so when I had logged off in the city, and then like the next day I hopped on and that was going on, and it took so many crashes to get the hell out of the city. I was about to quit playing that day. I was like, fuck this, I don't want to do the same.
I logged off in the auction house, logged in, and the first thing I saw was just a sea of corpses
floating in all these graves, and you're like, huh?
Yeah, where nobody should be able to die. Like, nobody should be able to die.
PvP, there was never graves in the hubs. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, so just trying to help set up how crazy that site would have been for them.
Oh my god. Early MMOs, man, I miss those days. Early MMOs were so great.
Yeah.
Or I was young. I don't know, maybe a combination of both.
It's hard to say, right? Because I feel that way about when I think about EverQuest. I'm like, it feels like high school. You know, sometimes you look back at high school and you're like, oh man, you know, this shit was so terrible. How awesome was that? You know, like thinking about the shit we did to each other in the locker room and stuff. It's like, you know, somebody putting icy hot on your balls. Right? You look back and you're like, oh, that shit's funny. But, you know, in the moment, it was not very funny.
That was not funny.
But I mean, there's been no MMO that's blown up like that in a long time. like a long time. So
Yeah, I just, the things were so inconvenient and awful, you just figure that games like that wouldn't survive today, but
Mm-mm.
now we look back on it, we go, oh man, those games were hard. It's like, yeah, but maybe they just weren't fun.
it's crazy that
I
World
don't
of
know.
Warcraft is coming out with a new expansion. What was this? I did the math on it. It was like 17 years after its release is coming out with a new expansion.
Mhm.
18 years? Yeah, I was like, what
Yeah.
the hell?
But no, that's actually Abby really likes. I forget what the Let's Play. Game Grumps. She really likes the Game Grumps, so she'll watch like some of their Let's Plays, and they'll play some classic games that like I remember, and then they're playing it, and I'm like, this had to have sucked ass. Like this looks hard as fuck. Tiny Me was probably frustrated as shit, and I'm looking back fondly on Contra or whatever, and if you handed me that game today, I would probably throw that controller through the window, just be like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, well, it's like we played Battletoads was a big one for my mind.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it's like just the difficulty level for that game alone as a child. You're just
The
like,
water
just
jet,
play
the
again.
water
Oh,
ski
just
level.
play.
It's like fuck
and
you,
by
game.
the way, here's 3 lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like Contra was bearable because of the $30 30 life code,
Yeah, you could Well, yeah. Once I found out about
down,
the
left, right,
controller,
left, right, BA, select, start.
that was a life changer. But
That and Mega Man. I don't care. Like Mega Man
Mega Man,
Man
yeah.
did not care about your feelings. You were
no,
going to
it
suffer.
really didn't.
Yeah. The game was art.
and that's why it took so long to play the games too, Working on this Mega Man level.
There were some games you would just spend an entire month on one goddamn level.
Oh yeah, dude. That's why I kind of laugh when people talk about Elden Ring and the Dark Souls game. It's like, yeah, they're real hard, real hard. But I will take this over some ridiculously near unbeatable platformer from the SNES any fucking day.
Like Ninja Turtles. The original
Yeah,
NES
I-
Ninja Turtles.
First ones?
Yeah. The original was hard.
That water level could go to hell.
I still have dreams about the fucking nightmares about
the
the
music alone. The music alone.
it's the electric
Oh god.
kelp or
Yeah.
seaweed that I still I can picture those fucking pixels to this day of no.
And yeah, and the hitboxes were so unfair. So, with that, Reagan, I know you're not 100% here.
So I read a lot as a child, and I did theater, and yeah, I never played video games.
Yeah. Sorry, Reagan.
I collected Pokemon cards, and I had a Pokemon Pikachu skateboard. So that was something that I did.
Yeah.
You have what was it? Ichimagachi?
Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi, did you ever have
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah, you played video games.
You know what?
Yeah, I
I
can
really
add in. I did
like...
theater and read a lot too.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I'm not saying that you guys didn't. I'm just saying those are the things that I did instead
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
That I did not.
But Reagan, what happened
What?
to us 2 weeks ago?
Oh God, Aaron,
Fill
we
me in.
just
Give me the deets.
we really struggled. Okay, so here's the deal.
Jesus Christ, I leave you guys alone one time.
So we saved the town of these poor little people over there, right? And so we were able to get zapped into the town, into the vampire ward, I guess. I don't know what we call the different areas, but we got zapped because we thought that would be the closest and safest place probably to enter with people who are not undead. So, that's what we did. We decided that since Trevlo could, what could you do? You just
He had the
Disguise
best
self.
Disguise.
persuasion and stuff, right?
Disguise.
Self.
Yeah, so he was able to disguise himself. So he disguised himself as a vampire. The rest
That-
of us were like some of
That
his
looked like
wards-
Grandpa Monster.
Yes, he does look like Grandpa Munster.
Yeah.
Some of us are prisoners.
Mhm.
Some of us are his servants. And Trevlo's plan is that we're going to be taken as bounty to the necromancer because we are wanted people. So, yeah. So we head to the
It went well.
Cobweb, which is a bar.
Mhm.
Very fun, bar and inn. Yeah, and there was a sad ghost at the end of the bar, and what was he drinking? Greg, come on.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Booze.
Oh gosh, that wasn't mine though.
That was the internet's.
Oh, okay. I couldn't
Yeah.
claim it. Did we
So-
level up? No.
Not. I think we did the time before that, level 13.
Yeah, but I think you had already leveled up. Your character was the proper level when I.
Yeah, I just
Played
don't have 6th or 7th level spells memorized, which makes me feel like. But that might
Yeah,
just be
obviously, I didn't look
because
at your
of my
spells, but your
multi-classing.
character level was correct.
Yeah.
Well, you can add those spells.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no, absolutely. Yep, I don't have one prepared, so yeah, that's what happened. Okay. Not a
So-
big deal.
Treblo's plan was trying to get us an audience, obviously with the necromancer. So the barkeeper was like, "Okay,
We
You gotta
paid like
pay
what,
me.
200 gold?
it was
Yeah, I knew
unbelievable.
I knew
It's
I-
100 up front and then 200 when we got to meet the contact." Well, we go and meet the contact, and he's a real piece of work. And immediately attacks us with some zombies, and the zombies explode and they're all gross and stuff. And then the Skull Lord just dimension doors away after we kill all the zombies.
Yeah, basically he's like, oh yeah, well, you got a deal. Let's just follow me and I'll take you to the necromancer. And we got into an alleyway and he was like, yeah, you can't fool me. Fuck off. And he tried to kill us.
So I feel like now this means that the necromancer probably has forewarning that we're
Yeah, so he
On the
dimension
way.
door off. We're in an alleyway after a very loud fight with a bunch of gunshots and shit, fireballs,
really,
all the
and
fun
well,
stuff.
like we need to get back into our room because Grandpa Munster is going to change back to little old Trevlo.
Well,
We
if
have
he
a
did
room
anything-
at the Cobweb.
Did he do anything concentration? Did you do anything concentration, Derek? Because you would.
Well, it only lasts an hour.
No, it only lasts an hour.
Well, I was gonna say, isn't it concentration? If you do something else, concentration, it'd already be gone.
No, I haven't done anything.
I don't think you did.
Okay.
I don't think. Unless spellcasting is.
No, I
Some-
confirmed
yeah.
it last time.
Some
in
spells.
notes that you are still Grandpa Munster, but we can't hang around too long. I will say I want to get my weapons back out of the bag of holding.
Oh, yeah, he yeah, we got screwed.
Yeah, I
up.
mean, might as well. I'll pull the bag out and be like, okay, jig's up. Grab what you need.
All right. So, what is your guys' plan? You're in an alleyway. Did you want to go back inside? What did you want to do?
I think we need to go back to the room,
Yeah, we should
and,
probably
like,
go back to the room.
figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
But at this point, he knows we're coming. Like, we're
Did
gonna
our
we need to
room have a
go.
window?
Well, I didn't get the impression that dude told him. right?
I imagine he will. Now that he's dimension doored away, I would think that he would go and tell him.
You don't know.
I mean, that would be my assumption too. Is that guy was one of his like lieutenants or whatever, and he got away. He's gonna go tell him that, hey, there's some people trying to come get you.
We just want to talk, though. You know. Did you buy that?
Did our room have a window? Did it happen to be on the side that we're on right now? Like, can we like scamper in through the window versus like going back in through the lobby?
No, your room is on the other side. It's not on the side of the alleyway. I mean, there is a window there. It's not open. That
And
And
it's not
I can
our
walk
room.
on walls and I can open a freaking window. I don't think I can roll less than a 25 lock picking, so let me know if it's a super complex lock on this window.
Yeah, you could open that window. Well, if you say that it's going to be not a difficult thing, I would say it's not difficult. You can get back up there into it's the hallway window that to your room.
Yeah, so I mean, I could drop a rope down so that we can climb up if we don't want to go through, because if we're about to lose Disguise Self and there was a big fight, maybe it's better we get into the building through alternate means rather
Sure.
than walking out into an alleyway or out of an alleyway that a lot of
Sure.
motion.
I would probably have to come through the front door though, right? So they know that I'm there. They know that I'm there.
I'm talking sneak back into our rooms.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying, when we come out, what's the explanation for it?
Aaron,
Uh-huh.
are there windows on the side of this building that we're on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the windows lead into our room?
No, that's what we were
No.
just talking
That's
about.
literally
Oh,
the conversation we just had.
But a window leads to the hallway that leads to the room.
Like to the second floor hallway. That was
The windows aren't to the wall. These.
I believe the windows are to the wall. Is that right, Aaron?
they would be like holes in the wall.
So, Aaron, I'm gonna walk up next to that window with the hallway. Can I
Skeet, skeet,
see
skeet,
our
motherfucker.
doors? What?
From the windows to the wall.
Can I see the doors of our rooms?
I'm pretty sure we're
I'm
just in
already
one
in the
room.
hallway.
You've
opening
been
the
in
door
the
to our
room.
room.
You've been in the room, though. You've been in the room.
Yeah, we've been in the room.
So
Yeah.
you could dimension door into the room. If
Yeah,
you've
we
been-
got rooms. We were in there, came up with a plan, then left to go meet this lieutenant.
I mean, I believe-
since you
Okay,
weren't
see,
here.
I don't know. I don't know these
Yeah,
details.
yeah, yeah.
So give
yeah,
me a
since
second.
you weren't here.
Yeah, I
So
believe.
we had been in the rooms.
I believe dimension door. If you've been there before, within the right distance, you could just.
Well, I have other teleportation spells. I just don't know. See the same throw. No, I have to be able to see it on all of my.
Well, you could teleport yourselves. You could dimension door into the hallway.
No, that's what I was gonna do. Is that I was gonna. Okay, so there's 5 of them. So I am going to use. All of a sudden, you all feel yourselves. I just look at you all and then snap. And
No. This is what's gonna happen. Chris, you walk up over through the window, go to unlock it, open the window, throw down a rope, and then you just snap, and all the people are right next to you.
no, they're not right next to me. They are in front of the doors to our.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying. Is I
Yeah.
like the idea that Chris spent all this time getting into the window,
Yeah,
getting
I look
in.
down after I throw the rope and then slowly start spooling it back up as
You
I
turn
look at you guys in
around,
the hallway.
and you see the entire group standing there.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he didn't waste his time. He and I still needed to get in. It was only the rope that was a waste.
I think it's amusing.
You just hear a sigh as I'm spooling the rope
Like,
back up to
back
put
up?
it back
Yeah.
in my backpack.
This motherfucker.
Do that shit again. I'm fucking tired of it.
So, you guys are back in the hallway there. You go back into your rooms. What do you guys do?
Why
Take
did you
off
say?
my. I'll
Go back into the
reduce
room.
Concentration. For the time
Hell,
being.
that could have gone better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now,
I'll
So if-
apologize to people, and then I'll see if anyone wants to lend me 300 gold.
Well, no, you're not getting that money back. But I don't think it was your fault. I mean, aside from that,
I
have
don't.
a
I think
feeling.
we can't trust anybody here.
Feeling he just saw through the illusion.
that's kind of a problem though, because if we
Oh, yeah.
think he's going to tell the guy, then we pretty much have to do it right now.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't
And
know
even
how.
then,
I mean,
How, we can't just go in guns a blazing, right? Like how? What? How?
I mean, it's never stopped us before.
Well, no, that's
Well, I mean, the guy knows that we're imposters, but nobody else does. So we don't have to go guns a-blazing till somebody calls us. You know what I mean? Till somebody calls us out. We could just immediately go and keep up the charade as long as we can, and then
just hit them.
I mean, so how? Not that we have time to rest, but how spent are we, especially casters and such?
I'm down a little bit.
I'm down a little bit of hit points, but not too terrible.
I can't turn into a bear again, which is
I
like.
used my second wind and I used my action surge. Ugh.
Yeah.
Can we do a long rest? Early in the morning.
I mean,
well, they know where we are now. If we're gonna long rest, we can't do it here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Do go long rest on a spaceship.
I'm down about 45 hit points.
That's so far away. We can't.
Yeah, no, we traveled, we
cannot go
teleported,
back
we did all
there.
sorts of stuff. Yeah. You know, we could just go in, but it's gonna be rough. We're not 100%.
What if we leave and go find someplace else to be?
Well, at the very least, I think we have to do that.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
do
I
that.
agree. Like, they know we're in this building. Like, even if the innkeeper doesn't say the specific room we're in or whatever, but like, they know we're here.
Yeah.
As you guys are discussing this, I would say about an hour goes by. You're welcome to take a short rest for that if you'd like. If you need a short rest,
Okay.
you were allowed a
I'll
short
take
rest.
Let's see.
I'm gonna use some hit dice here. Does the hit dice thing work?
Is that
Yeah,
good?
it
Any
does.
spell casting or anything like that?
It
Depends on your class.
What's up?
It depends on your class. I don't think it helps you much.
For sorcerers, I don't think so.
You may get some. You'll get help.
Well, you could
back.
do sorcery points to spell slots, can't you?
Yes.
No.
I don't see a button to like roll the hit dice though.
It takes short rest, and then
did.
when you click like the checkbox for the hit dice, you can like it should pop up your 1d8 plus 4 in my case, and you can just click on that to roll it.
I'm not seeing it. You said where?
So like when I click on short rest, it
Yeah.
brings up the little sidebar.
Yep, and I click
And then
the
you-
short rest.
And then you have like the little check boxes for your hit
Mhm.
dice.
Yep.
When I click one of those, right below it, it pops up like my hit dice, and then I can just click that and roll it.
Oh, see, it's not doing that for me. It's not popping up my. Yeah, that's all right. I'll roll it manually.
Yeah, it just didn't do anything.
Oh, so if you actually click fill one up, the one below it says 1d8 plus 1. You can click on that 1d8 plus 1, let's say, and it'll automatically.
Yeah, mine. That's not happening. I'm not seeing the 1d8 plus 1 click. Wait, hold on.
You have to actually click it red. Like,
And then once you roll it, it disappears again until you click it again.
I don't even see where my fucking hit dice are on the sheet. I forget.
But that didn't leave.
Yeah,
them
see,
checked
when
off
I
for
when I
most
mouse
stuff.
over the 1d8, it does not.
yeah.
There's.
Oh, so. Oh, no. Don't mouse over it. Click the red. Like, you see there's like 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah, when I click them, it just turns them on or off.
Okay, you should be getting a gray box underneath.
You don't get a box underneath it between the take short rest. Oh, weird.
That's interesting.
I don't either.
Yeah, I get a box.
I don't think I really get any benefit though.
Do you
from
have a checkbox
short
above
rest.
for automatically apply healing with dice result? Because I have that checked. I don't know if
I
that makes a difference.
do. I did not have that checked. Let's try
So
that.
I do have mine. So maybe that's the difference.
No,
No. Okay. Well. I don't know.
not changing it. That's all right.
Oh, okay, so it's per sorcery point for
33.
the
Good,
spell
that's
slot
enough.
that I wanna...
If you want to do that.
Yeah.
What?
Finding. That's what I was just trying to figure out.
Okay.
Why is it not actually?
Oh well, in the end, if you can't get it the short rest to get the dice you want, just roll manually, and then just do it. You know.
What's funny is even when you do it through there and roll them, it doesn't leave the boxes
Oh, I
checked.
see.
So
I see.
yeah.
That's I got stupid. All right.
So, as you guys have been, you're sitting there discussing everything.
Huh?
You hear at the door. At the door.
Do I have time to? Are we burned? Do I need to keep up the?
This is up to you. I don't know. You just hear
No,
a knock at the door.
I'm talking to everybody, not you.
You guys hear a knock at the door.
Are we burned? Do I need to keep up the disguise self, or what do you guys think?
It hurt.
I'm gonna. I guess we don't really have time to discuss it though, right? So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna get up and go to the door, pull a gun.
I was about to say, yeah.
Stand next to the door and say, "Who is it?"
My master requests an audience with these adventurers in this room. Yes?
Who is your master?
You then see underneath your feet a piece of, like, it looks like a letter flungs out underneath the door. Meet us tonight at the location requested.
Okay. I pick up the letter and check it out.
You open the letter, and what you see on this letter is actually you see this beautiful red, like wax seal.
I see.
I forget what was the name of the lord we gave, the vampire lord's name.
Vampire.
I don't think we know his name. Do we?
Yeah, I don't
think we found
recall
out.
mentioning
Yeah.
the name.
I know. I asked.
Yeah, we've got no names. Oh, Ulrich.
Ulrich.
He's the only one we have the name for.
Ulrich.
Ulrich von Liechtenstein. Yes.
All you see is this O-V.
O-V?
O.
Check the
and
letter
V
for traps.
In red, in that red.
In the seal.
In the seal.
It's anthrax.
Decorative.
And is Ulrich spelled with an O? I thought it was Ulrich, like
U.
U-L.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you're right.
UV.
UV.
So the letter says UV?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to get around those.
You got some SPF to put on?
Right.
Very dangerous.
Same.
Well, at least
same
you know
as
there's no
Silent
germs.
killer.
You will. Ulrich von Liechtenstein.
Mm-hmm. So, do you open the letter?
Does anybody have mage hand?
I got
Or
mage
something
hand.
to open the letter?
I just opened the letter.
Technically, we
Sorry.
all do if we still have the leech in our head.
Ugh.
To whom it may concern. I wish you to attend a local ball this evening as my guests for further discussion. For my enemy is your enemy. Further discussion this evening. Address accordingly. And you see, with high regards, Ulrich.
I knew $300 was worth it.
I feel like we've had the "your enemy is my enemy" before and been burnt.
And it's not working.
It really doesn't work for us. Oh.
And I don't really like balls.
I would just go hit him at the ball.
Well, the Vampire Lord's not our deal. Like that, we don't care about him. He sucks, but like...
He could get you an in.
Yeah, I don't feel like we have much choice. He knows we're here.
Mm-hmm.
He knows exactly where we are. The dude, like, the only chance we would stand would be him not being prepared. Let's be honest, right?
How do we get him to work for us?
Like at this
try
point,
to seduce him.
At this point, I don't think we have a choice.
Seduce the vampire. I'm sure that works fine.
None of you are bards. It won't work.
Oh, that's true. Fuck.
The grandpa monster is not working for you?
That's what I'm saying. That could work on him. We don't know. We don't know what his deal is.
Hey, you like what you see? What?
Wear something appropriate.
Yeah,
I pull out a slightly less worn cape and was like, "Is this good enough?"
Probably not. I'm going to say I have a feeling that he's very pretentious.
I wonder if I can get like a big dress and I can hide some of my weapons within it. That feels like a good idea.
He didn't tell us not to bring weapons,
He certainly didn't.
which makes me think he doesn't feel terribly threatened.
Well, that's silly because we're very scary.
Perhaps not as scary as we think. Well, I guess it's time to go shopping.
I think I have enough fine clothes.
I use thaumaturgy to make my suit of armor spotless, and that's as good as he's getting.
I start polishing the little studs on my studded leather armor, like individually polishing the little pieces of metal.
Rivets, each rivet.
Yeah, little
Yeah.
I would like to see if I can find a formal outfit that I could potentially, like Wonder Woman, you know? Like
Or
I could hide
prestidigitation.
something.
Okay. So as you guys are talking about this, you decide you need to go shopping, correct?
I'm definitely going shopping.
I'm
I feel
definitely
like
going
my cloak
shopping.
with a bunch of spiders walking around on it's
Okay.
perfectly interesting enough for this
It's
area.
a nice cloak.
I just close it all up and just have it, yeah.
We could find you a nice brooch to kind of
Who
like.
walks out first?
I will.
Okay. As you walk out, you go open the door, you walk out, and you see this man with like almost a half melted face.
Oh.
Eye is like slightly slanted down like thus. Ear is half shown off, like it looks like it's been chewed off. He doesn't look like in great shape, and he walks with a limp as he goes.
He's having a stroke. Get a medic.
Get a medic. It looks like he's been severely burned, but as you look at him, he goes, "So you've taken my master's invitation?"
Yes.
Good. You'll
We need attire that's more appropriate. Where can we obtain it?
There's a shop not far from here. Please allow me to escort you presently.
Lead the way.
As you see him kind of do this weird turn with his hand, and he mutters something, and you see like possibly he's put some sort of glamour on you guys. No sudden movements. Just follow me and stay quiet.
Can I just double check who of us is going? Robert, Capella.
Assume all
I mean,
of
I'd
you.
be following around. I'm not abandoning the group, even if
Okay.
I have no intention of
He's
dressing
expecting
up.
to
I'm still
take
gonna
you
follow.
all. He's expecting to take you all.
Okay.
Yeah. I bury myself in my cloak and head out behind him.
It's about a 10-15 minute walk. You stay quiet the entire way. Following him.
Are we passing by any windows that I could see, like, what we look like to other people? Is that how glamour works?
You go to look, and you look
Marvelous.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, you
Fabulous.
look, well, not fabulous. You look uninteresting. It looks like he's glamored you into an essence that if you walked by, you would not show any notice, one way or another. It's kind of a weird glamour in the sense that if you walked by somebody, unless you expressed yourself and tried to be exorbitantly loud or anything, you wouldn't be noticed.
Got it. So our goal is we are unremarkable.
Yes,
currently.
you are unremarkable. Essence why he's told you what he's told you is to just stay quiet, follow me.
Okay.
I'm going shopping.
Okay. So I guess we're following.
And you come up to this, looks like a very nice, well-to-do, like, clothing store. Called the Posthumous Threads.
Nice.
Hey, I liked it. It means occurring, awarded, or appearing after the death of the originator. Of the originator. The Posthumous Threads.
I'm assuming these are just like it's like a resale shop of all the people who've been killed here. Like, okay, here we're taking their clothes. This is where we can resell them.
You're not exactly sure, but they're definitely playing on the death motif. You can't take it with you. You know, it's the play on words. It's a little silly. You come in and you see what looks like a couple handful of it's kind of weird.
Couple handful of what?
Of what looks like small little, like, they look like gnomes, but they're not. As soon as you take notice of them, they disappear and hide. As you walked into the door. He comes up to the front desk and rings a bell. And almost instantaneously, you see this woman appear. Just like the puppers that's popping up out of nowhere.
Almost 30 pounds already. In just 2 weeks.
He's a big puppers. So, you see this woman, semi-transparent. Did we
Brandon
lose
better
somebody?
sing for us.
Yeah, Brandon
Tony
better
does.
sing.
Did he lose the internet?
He lost something.
anyways, as we
Woman.
continue, you see a woman. She's very glamorous looking. But what's interesting about her and what you see is that from ear to ear is a slit from the edge of her mouth to her ears on both sides. And as she talks, you just see that just kind of opening there. As she's she goes, "Ah, Warren. How is the good master?" He looks to her and goes, "He is fine." She looks to you all and she goes, "I see we have some guests. Am I to,
Jesus.
am I to clean them up a bit?" And he goes, "Yes, and of course, your, whatever the price may be, he will pay graciously as always." And you see her float through the table, or through the front counter. Looks at you all, eyes you all, and she goes, "Interesting. Not undoable. Do have some beauties here." She looks over at you, the elf. She goes, "Well, aren't you a rare specimen?"
I'm not gonna say anything. This is very uncomfortable.
Creepy.
I do not like it. I don't like it.
So rare to see an elf these days. She goes over to the Trevlo and looks to him, and she goes, "Interesting. What are you, some sort of goblin?"
Say that.
Delicious. So, please go about your time. We'll spend some time to get to know each other and dress you accordingly for this evening. And as she goes about, she starts, looks like she's watching each one of you all as she's instructing these little creatures that come up to her. You're not sure what they are. They look like little gnomes, but they probably are something else entirely. As they start to measure you and take note of all that.
Oh, careful with the inseam. Whoa.
I feel like I would try to like how you like sometimes move a dog with your foot. I feel like I would try to do that.
Yeah,
like,
and you
try to push it away.
you try to do that, and it just kind of poofs out of existence and then comes right back. Yeah, it's.
Can I find? Is there like? Can I walk around? I want to find a bow tie. Do they have bow ties?
Yeah. So as you're going to look around and look for a bow tie, you suddenly see 5 or 6 bow ties come in front.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a bow tie,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna take it over to the doctor, and I'm gonna tie the bow tie
Oh,
like right around where his neck would be.
that's nice.
It dresses it up.
Yeah. And he said he did lose his internet. He hopes it'll be back up shortly.
Okay.
We can do anything to Brandon right now without him. Any
Oh my god!
agreement.
Is he? So his suit's metal, right? Is he magnetic? Can we stick magnets on him?
Oh my
Like-
gosh, this is totally the equivalent of drawing a dick on the guy who fell asleep at the party.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what is about to happen.
You know those like magnetic earrings? Like we can just stick the baubles on him and make him like, shiny.
You suddenly see that she kind of looks to him and she goes, he's an odd bird. Not much we can do with him.
Oh, he's not a bird.
On Earth, we had this clothing style called moo. Maybe try that. Just over the armor, a big old flowery moo.
So she looks to it
And a bow tie.
And she saw that he definitely tried with the traumaturgy to clean it up to the best of his ability, but it didn't help a lot of the tears and stuff like that. That would take more time. But you see her just take a snap, and these little creatures start mending all the pieces together.
Oh.
And slightly changing the colors to a bright, like what used to be the color of what it was originally. It turns it from that dark dingy green to a bright, vivid green that it was originally. The best way I can put it is that the metal itself has now come to a best of a shine as possible on his armor. The best way I can put it is that he looks like Doom. I'm gonna sing the Doom song now. Doom. I love that show.
Me too.
So underrated.
I'm a squirrel.
What's that from?
Invader Zim.
Invader Zim.
Here, I'll send you the Doom song.
Invader Zim is a very funny cartoon. You should watch it some point.
What was it? And it didn't run for that long.
No,
right?
They made a movie out of it too. Yeah, Invader Zim is.
I'm gonna sing the Doom song.
I'm gonna sing the Doom song now. It was made for
It's an
Nickelodeon.
alien that tries to take over Earth.
Yeah, tries to
He has
take
a
over.
little robot who's completely unhelpful.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the Invader Zim is a complete joke to even his own race. So,
Oh yeah.
So like they just kind of threw this broken robot at him and said, "Good luck." and you know, it is very funny.
And it leans into the grotesque a little bit, if I recall that correctly.
And the darkness, a lot of
Yeah.
very dark things.
Yeah.
So, you know, like the teacher comes in, first time you meet the teacher that he's in, because he's dressed up like a human boy, and she goes, "We are all doomed. And it's like 15 minutes later, doomed.
Aaron, your camera is zooming in on you as you're doing that, and it is
Doomed.
spectacular.
It is, yeah, it is surreal. It is weird. It was definitely before its time, and it was definitely should have been more towards adults, not kids.
Yeah, but Gur is just the cutest little robot. He just is hopeless.
Like, they had something with burritos too with Gur.
Burritos!
Tacos.
Oh, tacos.
Tacos!
Yeah, tacos. He loves tacos.
He loved Earth culture.
Mm-hmm.
He got it.
So
Now, I don't know about this, Warren? What's his name? Yeah, Warren. I don't know about this guy. I don't think he appreciates Earth culture. Okay.
Yeah, their Guzzy actually showed me Invader Zim.
I love that show. It's so good. So, as she just dresses you all up, you get this beautiful gown. Okay.
Is it modest?
Yes, it's modest if you want it
Okay.
to be. I mean, like, she takes takes your criticism seriously. You are going to wear it. It is.
I want like a full covered situation because I am gonna try to hide as many weapons as I can under my dress.
Um.
But I still want it to be swooshy.
It is swooshy. It's just covered enough not to completely hide your feminine wiles.
You can see a collarbone. My God.
There's just a little. There's a little bit of an it goes down. You know, it's very. It definitely makes you look absolutely gorgeous. It's fitting to you. So
Great.
she takes. That's her job. She makes sure that it doesn't seem out of place. As you're looking at the gown itself, you see that as it's forming, it's actually like silks and stuff are forming as the gown is forming on you. It's actually being made by spiders and like silkworms.
Don't like
as
that.
they're being
No.
formed.
And
And that's what's happening.
Can I politely decline?
Nope.
I'll take a off the rack.
It is slowly forming.
I really can't deal with the insects.
Well, luckily it's not you.
No, Capella's afraid of bugs.
Well, you weren't paying attention to it at that moment until you looked closer, and then you freaked the fuck out. She goes, and you suddenly just turn to look at her gaze as you see her, you were freaking out, and then you turn to her, and then you suddenly see her face come forward, and she goes, "My child, fear not. They will not hurt you. I need you to make a will save.
What?
Wisdom save.
What?
Wisdom saving throw."
God. 13.
You fail, but you suddenly feel so much better about the situation.
Oh. Okay.
You feel like you are in safe hands and nothing will hurt you.
Does it have pockets?
You actually say that, and she goes, "Of course it'll have pockets, my dear." And she smiles, and it just gets a little too big.
Uh-oh.
Like you see the inside of her mouth, like opening in the jawline, and you see it through her cheekbone, like through the cheek.
But does my failure still make me think, okay, this is fine?
It's slightly disconcerting. She was just trying to make you feel better about the dress.
Okay.
She doesn't really care about that.
Okay.
So yeah, so we've got basically Brandon looking like Victor Von Doom in perfect glimmering armor, with a bow tie.
Of course.
That's amazing.
She takes what you are wearing. I'm sorry, totally blanking out. Robert. She looks at the back of the backpack you're wearing, the weird intricate like dragon based like sculpture almost on your back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's the beautiful metal work, and she starts using those colors of the reds and golds and the slight tinge of bronze as she forms this eloquent vest and suit that just accentuates those that look. Like it.
He's gonna lean in close to hers, right, so that nobody else can hear, and he's gonna say, "You know, I've really always wanted a fedora."
And she looks to your right. You look to the left, and you see this completely decorated fedora that is in fully matching motif. And she goes,
Nice.
she goes, of course you've wanted that. And she goes, you've also wanted these. As you look to the right, you see full holsters that hide inside the vest for your guns.
Oh, that's so badass. Robert's taking this stuff and he's trying really hard to look like stoic, but he's like, but you can tell he's like super excited about it.
Yeah. So there's this, yeah, she's having fun with this stuff just a little bit. I mean, she then looks to Basil. She looks up and down. I'm going, what colors works for you, Basil? What is your main color?
So I had a kind of idea already.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be like a high-collared, full button-up, like kind of marine blues style military jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Just, slacks and some highly polished shoes. And then I'm going to take my arachnid cape, and it's going to be draped only over one shoulder, kind of Boba Fett style, in a way that I can hang my rifle over that shoulder and tuck it underneath the cloak just hanging right there.
She takes
That's classy.
Yeah, she takes it one step further. In the blues and the based off of the cape that you have, those is based off of blacks and darks, and there's that webbing. She basically, where those blues sit on you, you see that it's all ingrained with tiny like you see there's basically a webbing like pattern throughout all of it. Just to get those nice little touches. And then wherever there is buttons that button your coat, jacket, or anything like that, it looks like spider like teeth that latch on together. So that it's basically two spider talons that go like this as a button. You look at your you have cufflinks, and the cufflinks themselves have this very intricate what looks like a giant, they look like giant like decorative spiders, and their eyes are glittering with blues and silver. Trevlo, let's be real. She goes with the green, and she goes with the full 1970s John Travolta look from Staying Alive.
Saturday Night Fever, baby.
Yep, Saturday Night Fever, yes.
You should be dancing.
Yeah.
Just don't rape anybody, okay? Just be cool.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Where did that come from?
I got dark really fast.
Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh right.
I don't think I've ever seen Saturday Night Fever.
He rapes a girl. You
Yeah.
guys.
Really?
He's
Wow.
not an icon. It's a bad movie.
That's
Okay.
fucked up.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've never seen it either.
You're wooed by John Travolta and his beautiful dancing, but little do you know, he's a bad guy.
I've never seen his dancing, but I love the soundtrack.
Never seen his dancing? You've
Yeah,
seen
I've seen
Grease.
Grease.
I'm
yeah.
sure I've seen it. No, I have not seen Grease.
Oh.
The look of despair on her face.
Wood though.
I don't understand.
Sorry.
I don't
It just
understand.
never seemed like something I wanted to watch. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, Greg, don't tell Colleen that then.
I'm sure she knows that. I think it must be on the movie list. We had we have a movie list of movies that that the other has never seen, that whoever is offended by, but we never go back to it.
We keep
We just-
adding those to our watch list on all the different streaming services with me and my
Mhm.
wife, but yeah, we never actually go and watch
Yeah,
them
we never
very
actually
rarely.
do it. Yeah. Instead, we've just been watching shows. We started Sandman when we were kind of like, we're.
You need to
We
get
watched
back
like
to
the
it.
first 2.
You need to get back
What's that?
to it. You need to get back to it. The
We
later
are.
shows-
We said we were going to give it like a couple more.
Yeah, you need to. They're very good. You
'Cause
missed the good episodes, like heartbreaking, great episodes in Sandman.
Yeah, because right now it feels like a lot of setup. You know.
It does. There is setup, but trust the setup. Trust in Neil Gaiman. Trust in him.
In Neil we trust, motherfucker.
Well, I have more trust because I read American Gods and I love American Gods, but she has no frame of reference. So
Yeah. So, and they're making Good Omens too. So I'm excited.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
And
That sounds delicious.
That and the big one is the new Doctor regenerated. Yeah, but she regenerated into David Tennant.
Hey, I heard about that, but I haven't watched it yet. And I'm also looking forward to being able to watch the new episodes as they come out on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
that's gonna be nice.
So yeah, she regenerated into David Tennant, and David Tennant's just going, "What?" for a minute. Like he just goes, "I recognize this mouth. What?" And that was the end of the episode. It's great. You see David Tennant back as the Doctor. So anyways, Opal, you see you have this big suit of armor and all that stuff to it. She just like really emphasizes the cleanup on it, and she gives you this magnificent like cape of sparkling reds and silvers that just seem to just evanescently like glow on the armor, like around the armor, and the armor itself has a certain red tint to it. Now,
I bow and I thank her.
Mm-hmm. Then she starts handing out the masks. Robert, you get the classic Lone Ranger mask that just kind of just fits perfectly on the face. Simple, elegant, works perfectly.
And goes good with the fedora.
It goes well with the fedora.
Still works.
Yes.
Yep. Still works.
Capella, you get this handheld mask. Yes. With a nice floof of feathers on the side. That perfectly matches. It's small, it's dainty mask. It's very, very beautiful, but simple and elegant. Matches your dress perfectly. And then everyone else disappears. You're like, no, Derek, and then...
Sucks that we lost Brandon.
I know. Hopefully he'll come back on. Derek, your mask is actually one that covers your head entirely, except for your it's more like a cap. It's like a cap with like almost like goggles. So it almost looks like the best way I can put it is like a pilot. Like
nice.
An airplane, yeah, like the old Baron, glass, with the goggles and everything. And then finally, we got Basil. She hands you this mask that is almost like the Phantom of the Opera, like half-sized face, half of your face covered. with kind of a slightly ghoulish approach to it. Perfectly colored matches. Only covers one eye, but the eye itself, when you put it on, it makes it look like you have a target for an eyeball. So when you put it on, suddenly it has a glamour. So the eye that comes out looks like a target.
Is it one of those targets that has a grocery store? Because that would be convenient.
I also have to say,
That was
I
a
wrote
rough one.
ghoulish, and I keep trying to autocorrect it to goulash, which I
Is also delicious.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, and you notice even with the
Made right.
Lone Ranger type, like it almost like does like what you'd expect like in like the Batman animated series. Whenever he has the mask on, it's just white in the eyes.
Mhm.
That's what it
Yeah.
looks like. So you really look like a superhero. You feel like a superhero. The dwarf itself, he also gets what he gets is a helm with the mask that just covers the eyes, and it actually prolongs further into the beard. Like it added more stuff to the beard to make it accentuate it more.
Ooh.
Are you looking at a magic card?
Yeah, sorry.
No, I was just like, that looks like a magic card. Is that a magic card?
It is.
I mean, same company. I mean, I'm okay with it, but it's all Wizards of the Coast. As you guys are basically all dressed to the nines.
What does the doctor get? Does he just get stickers on his?
He's already got a mask. He doesn't
Okay.
need a mask.
So he's really just got a bow tie. He got a bow tie.
He got a bow tie, but he got a nice buff on all his armor.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Yeah. And I mean, like all his cape and everything got mended and fixed up.
Yeah.
Everything looks brand new on him.
I like the Doctor Doom visual.
The Doctor Doom visual is
That
what
really
I'm
did
going
it for me.
So. The best way I can put it for you is think Galadriel, Reagan,
Mm-hmm.
and that flowing dress.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what you're going for. If that gives you a better imagery.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and with a hood, mind you, you get a
Oh,
hood.
certainly a hood.
Here's just look in the main chat.
Oh, I like it.
Obviously, the different color, but
What color is it?
it's like silvers, but there is the tinge of like some lighter blues with it as well.
Okay.
Stuff that accentuates your elven nature, and you're from the stars, you know.
Yes.
And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and take 15 minutes because that'd probably be the good thing, or get back on at like near 8 o'clock. And hopefully then the internet will be back on for Brandon.
To heal his internet.
Hopefully.
He did, and he said that he hadn't received any update, so he doesn't even know.
What's causing it? Yeah, I've had that where my ISP just takes forever to realize there's actually an issue in the area.
Tell him to turn it on and turn it off again.
Yeah.
He did twice.
No, I'm fucking with you.
I know, but he already tried.
Honestly, I've been doing the T-Mobile home internet thing. It's the fastest download speed I've ever had, and like I haven't had any service. Like I've had no issues with it whatsoever.
Oh, it looks like Brandon's back on.
Oh,
Of course.
Who?
We should all just leave then.
yeah, we should.
That would be so mean. Oh my god.
I mean, just break wise, I'm saying.
But well, yeah, we'll go ahead and take 15-20 minute break now. I need to go to the bathroom anyways. You know, bathroom break.
Well, I hope everything comes out all right.
Oh, it should. If it
Push
comes
it
out,
out.
if it comes
Push
out
it
like
out.
Jello,
Wait,
is that a
Very
problem?
big lack of confidence you have there.
If it comes out like Jello, is that normal?
Only if it's already cubed.
Oh shit.
Or if it comes out like cement, that's also an issue.
Okay, just making sure.
All right.
All right, we'll be back.
Sure. Yeah.
the butt stuff. That's a good.
Not really.
Okay.
People gonna start giving us
There's no
All right,
advice
welcome
for like
back.
prostate massage.
Where we
You
are
know,
currently
chat.
discussing butt
I mean,
stuff.
if somebody sends us some like commemorative, D&D butt plugs, okay, we probably should have a discussion.
Oh, surely those exist.
If they didn't, they did now.
There's one with like a dice popper. I'm almost certain there has to be. I'm finding it right now.
Okay.
It's called the Nat 20.
Yeah. Oh my god. There's one in Etsy called the D20 butt plug.
Oh, this
I
is
knew
cute.
it. Fucking knew it. It had
D20
the dice bubble. Give me a second.
Oh,
I'd
Matic.
rather like the
Yeah,
double
that's
popper.
the one I found as well.
This
Rick, I was like, I know there has to be a bubble popper butt plug. It has to exist.
It's a silicone though, and I don't know. I don't know about that.
Fair. I'm not saying that this
You're not a fan of
dice
silicone?
rolling ass play would be above board. I'm just saying that it's
Above board.
it exists.
No, I would say it's probably below board, right?
It would have to be, wouldn't it?
I guess we're all looking at the same website right now.
Yeah.
Yes, we.
Oh, there's Vladimir Putin butt plugs.
Nice.
There's Donald Trump butt plugs too.
Oh, he's.
Of course, there's Putin butt plugs if you're looking to be invaded.
Vladimir Putin it up the butt.
Yeah.
There's also a
If you had a
sink
bad time,
plug.
cry me a river.
There's also a plug for your sink shaped like a butt called the butt plug.
Yeah, I just posted it.
Oh,
I just posted it, and we're
interesting.
looking at the same thing.
That's hilarious.
It's a butt that plugs your sink. It's called the butt plug.
That's nice.
It's a nice play on words.
That product's going to cause a lot of emergency room visits.
So there's a Putin pencil holder with him bending over on all
You know,
fours and his pants down. And you just stick the
it's-
pencil up his rear.
It's only an emergency room visit if you don't trust your partner. You know,
There's a corn dog butt plug.
rib for her pleasure.
Ooh, this is concerning.
Her pleasure.
There's a Pokemon tail butt plug.
Both. That I knew. There's lots of different animal tail ones. That's a whole market.
Here's some
Got it.
slugs that don't go in your brain.
Got a fidget spinner.
How about a combined
God,
fidget spinner,
it's
fidget
from-
spinner butt
Oh
plug?
God, I already know what that website is, Reagan, and I don't know if I want to click that link.
Really? I've
Yeah.
never heard of this before. This is. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
So
Oh,
you haven't heard of this company before?
No.
Yeah, I have,
it's
unfortunately.
it is a thing, and if you are into we'll call it non-human toys,
Sure,
that's your maker of choice.
Yep, I see that. I see that.
Yeah.
Did you see the
You
ones
know?
I just posted? I have it's a butt plug for your sink.
For your taco.
And then there's a taco holder butt plug.
That's very convenient.
Hey, when you gotta hold a taco.
Hey man,
You
could
know,
it
as
stop
soon as
things from
these-
falling out of your tacos? That would be amazing.
You know, the first comment when I saw that online, Aaron, was that some EMT was going to be like, "Why are you fucking your drain?"
It's like all those stories of like the people that end up going to like the ER and they're like, I fell. You fell and you got a lamp up your butt, really? Anyway, no, okay, but I have to order my birth control right through the mail now, and this company is phenomenal because they send like little nifty gifties along with it, and like sometimes it's cute, like cool stuff like just condoms or whatever. This time they sent me a dip stick, which is a piece of foam sponge on a stick for soaking up extra fluids that might
Yeah.
be up in your different crevasses.
Yeah.
I feel like that's for people who engage with multiple people at the same time that might feel like overwhelmed with the amount of fluid that's injected into them. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I have it now, so that's nice.
For an emergency, I guess. What are little squirts? What is this?
I like the subtitle on those. Spread your lovin'.
Didn't see those. I don't see those.
Oh, had you never? Oh, yes. So
Yeah.
it does pretty much what you think
Well,
it does.
No, it's exactly what you think it does. It's
Well, I
not
don't know
pretty
what-
much. It's
Yeah.
What are you gonna put up there?
They have a liquid that they sell that is
scroll down one little scroll.
Yeah.
A little scroll.
Just one little scroll.
Just a little scroll.
Just a small one.
Oh, that's nice that they sell replacement cum tube syringes. That's really nice and convenient.
Yes. Yes.
What is it? What is a cum
Very
tube?
convenient.
It's for the little squirts.
It's what it sounds like, Greg. It's she's currently looking at adult products that
That are shaped
simulate ejaculation.
Oh,
And usually shaped like weird fantasy creatures, not anything
Yeah, like dragon
human.
penises.
Yeah,
a lot
and
of different dragon penises.
for the most part, yeah.
Such.
I just
And they
wanna-
specifically make a lube that looks like, yeah.
What else? Like, surely people try to put other stuff in there. And
Oh,
inject
absolutely.
Other stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I just
Yeah.
the danger
if you
of the
wanna-
pH situation.
If
It's
you want to
just
know, I'm
awful.
sure you can find out on Pornhub.
Wait,
sure
how
there's
big is the? Oh, okay. At least they don't sell it by the gallon. You can either get an 8-ounce bottle
By the
or 9
gallon.
8-ounce bottles.
Isn't that like those gallons of, or the big barrels of lube right on
With
Amazon?
the
That's why
55-gallon
Ocean
drum.
even just like a paint
See that
bucket full
Amazon
would be
guy
enough to
dropping
make me
that
lose
off.
my shit laughing. I would.
Oh.
Like a gallon milk jug. That's that instead.
See, like the
Just
gallon
milk
milk
can
jug
also-
I can
you
maybe
know?
accept,
Sam's
but
Club.
no, I'm talking like the I forget, like the 20-gallon bucket of paint. You know, like
Yeah,
you like
yeah.
little like
Comes with a little stir.
yeah. I want one of those.
Like the bucket of mayonnaise you can buy at the
Yeah,
Costco.
exactly. It's the Costco
getting
bucket
at?
of fake dragon semen.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Did we start?
Yes!
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's
I'm
like a
sorry.
I mean, I could say that we've gone down this rabbit hole, but then that's probably also some sort of sexual device
That-
as well.
You know what?
Wait.
Let's find
Is
out.
there one called
You
the rabbit
want-
hole?
I was gonna say, yeah. They make male toys as well, so let's
Well,
find
no.
out.
Haven't
There's-
you
There's
watched
the
that like
mix, which is just a giant
1970s
nose.
Alice in Wonderland porn? It was like a full, like, it was one of those that they showed in the movie theaters, you know? The like fully produced. It's hilarious. You should watch it.
Oh,
My,
what do you mean they showed porn in the movie theaters?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
it used to be one of the only ways you could go see porn. They had
Yeah.
like little mini
one point.
theaters all in New York City.
Like Times Square used to just be a bunch of porno theaters.
So if you watch like American Werewolf in London, you'll see those type of porn shops. Like they have these little.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was where what's his name from Pee Wee Herman, he got in trouble because he was
Right.
Oh.
in one of those theaters.
Yep. But I feel like, if you can't do it in one of those theaters, then what's the point of being in one of those theaters? But I mean, I don't know.
Well,
One of
that's
those
kind of the
theaters.
thing. Yeah. It's not like he's doing it out in public. I mean.
You're right. I mean, I feel like that's sort of the expected behavior in that location, but maybe I'm just being weird.
Yes, Chris. There's one named Snowball, which I'm assuming is
Snowball.
yeah. So we have our rabbit hole.
I just saw the one that is the basically. It looks like I don't know. Is it the one that's coming out of like the alien's mouth, or is that from like Stranger Things? The
You know
Leto?
what? I don't know.
It's wait, it's registered. Registered trademark. Why? Jared
Oh
Leto?
my
Jared-
god.
Oh.
The world we live in.
I was a Greek
I
Titan
am
goddess
totally
of
going to take this
motherhood.
train over and actually start playing our game. How's that sound?
I mean, it's okay, I guess, if we have to.
Swift change from Putin butt plugs to now.
I just love that one of their dragon ones is just called Janine.
That definitely has some call your manager vibes right there.
I didn't speak to your supervisor.
Oh yeah, I also knew about those ones, Derek. I've seen those as well. That's also a whole subgenre of ovulation. We call them ovulation toys. Yeah, they're yeah.
Poor Reagan's
Yeah.
like, why?
That's what that whole entire movie's based off of. right
Because
there.
there are people who have fantasies of having eggs laid inside of them.
Listen,
And
here's the thing.
Somebody commercialized that because America.
we can't yuck anybody else's yum,
America.
right?
Yeah.
As long as
No,
you're not
that's
hurting
I'm not,
anybody.
I'm not yucking anybody's yum. I'm just saying there are people out there that's their thing, and somebody went, you know what I'm gonna make? Sex toys that do that, and God bless them. I'm only jealous that I didn't think of it first.
Mm.
So
It's
Yeah, I
definitely a
really
niche.
am impressed by the people that see those markets
yeah,
like
You-
ahead of
you-
time. It's impressive.
yeah.
You probably thought of it first, but you were too busy using it to market it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Well, and surely that's who creates it, right? Is people that are themselves feeling the gap in the market, and then
Yeah.
I mean, possibly, or just like a friend tells another friend in confidence, and he's like, "Guess what this new company I just came up with is."
Or you know, some fucking capitalist vampire like me that's
Searching Google Trends and
yeah, it's like searching Google Trends and is like, wait a second, that's a thing? Alright, whatever. Larry, fire up the dildo machine. Like,
oh, and see, that's the thing. I mean, it's got to be a whole process for how do you
3D
create those
printed.
molds.
I-
You can't. Surely you can't 3D print a butt plug because that doesn't feel very reliable or safe to me.
well, you can, but you can 3D print
Depending on what you want.
a form for the butt plug to be created in.
eat from. Yeah. Yeah.
True.
You can create molds and then go from there.
That's your concept, then you
Yeah.
create the silicone mold,
Yeah,
and then you.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Want, like,
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to think of these things, you know.
Just get a
This
print.
is quite a world.
I mean, you are. It's a piece of rubber that poops out other pieces of rubber. You just
Oh.
aren't weird enough
Hmm.
to
See-
have come
see-
up. Let's not go with deviant enough to
You haven't been like,
weird's
"Ah,
unfair.
I'll stick my penis in that. Yeah.
So
So the
now
bar is
that,
not real high for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now that I have the image in my head that that Brandon somewhere has a dildo factory that is on
Dildo
call
factory.
24/7.
Yeah.
For his ideas, we need
Is
to
that
move
the
on.
tagline? You can stick your dick in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bar.
It-
Yeah,
it's
Generally, the bar for
BDSM
men for
short
I'll stick
for,
my dick in that is not high.
dildos by BS.
Well, no, but
You-
that's exactly why we don't have.
Turned his penis on a pie.
That's exactly why we don't have a bunch of like crazy novelty involved sex toys like women. Is that it's too
You're
easy
not
to
so
please
selective?
us. Yeah, exactly. Like
those
there's-
guys are like nondescript, solid piece of whatever that doesn't look like anything.
Yeah.
Whatever.
yeah.
If they get really interactive, you might feel a little weird about it. So
Keep it simple.
There's a straight guy, like sex toy, and then there's the you can't use it, without feeling a little gay.
That's all right. I'm fine with that.
Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay.
Oh, beautiful.
Anyways,
Navy. Oh,
I try.
If I were gay, I would give you my soul. If I were gay, I would give you my whole being.
Sorry, all I'm thinking is I'm driving a truck. The song I'm driving a truck.
Yeah.
I'm driving a truck, driving a big old truck, pedal to the metal. I'm driving a truck with my high heels on.
That sounds great. I haven't heard that one in a while.
Oh, so good.
I've never heard it,
Oh,
but it puts me in mind of the Lumberjack song.
yeah,
It does.
very similar.
Yes.
Very similar.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
I work
I
all
work
night
all
and
day.
sleep all day.
Cut down trees, skip and jump. I like to press wildflowers.
Flowers.
I put on women's clothing.
Clothing and hang around in bars.
Classics never die.
Yeah. Like what? Driving the truck driving song? Isn't that done by Weird Al?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
about to post it. Yeah, it's a Weird Al. It was on
Yeah.
Running with Scissors, which came out around the time we were in high school.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Weird Al.
No, and I really can't wait until the
Oh,
his biopic
Biopic.
because it's
Yep.
Daniel
freaking
Radcliffe.
outstanding. Like, leave it to him to like be like, no, I need to dramatize my life and have
just make it weird, man.
just
Yeah.
you got to make it just like every other one, even
Mhm.
though he's had like the most like idealistic like parents supported him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the exact words
So,
are.
so it's going to be a parody biopic, basically.
It is. It is.
That's
He's just-
fucking. That's Weird Al. It's that
And,
guy's
and on
awesome,
top
man.
of that, they're not hiring an actor that can sing his songs and sound similar to him. He's still singing his own songs. And then what's the guy's name from Harry Potter is the guy
Daniel
for
Radcliffe.
Evernote. Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe. So basically, but when Daniel Radcliffe's singing, it's still just Weird Al singing his own songs, and Daniel Radcliffe is lip syncing them. So it's perfectly done. Perfectly done. I can't wait to see it.
and it's meant
Or
as
like,
tongue in cheek.
are they doing it so that you can tell that it's a lip sync?
I mean, it's very
tongue-in-cheek.
clearly Weird Al singing. No, it's
No,
not like
I-
that terrible, I guess. But
Well, I didn't know if he would. I could see him choosing to do that on purpose. I guess. Is what
yeah.
I'm
Well, I
saying,
mean,
you
I
know.
guess since I'm on his YouTube page for that other post, because he posted the trailer for it, and when you get time, just check it out because it's
Mhm.
fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, like, how can you just like, oh, I always got to check my lipstick in that rear view mirror, and my pink Angora sweater fits so tight. I'm jamming gears and hauling freight. Well, I sure hope my seams are straight. Lord, don't let my mascara run tonight. I mean, like, the lines, man. So goddamn good.
The man's got clever lyrics, man.
He's just
A little
genius.
Meatloaf 5 from Rocky Horror. Just like.
But
Actually, that's not the good trailer.
we should move forward here.
Probably.
To go to a ball! A masquerade ball!
Ooh,
Masquerade.
masquerade.
Here's the proper preview when you get to see it.
Masquerade.
Hide your face so the world will never find you.
That was actually one of the first times as like a young person when the end of the show is where it's him singing the end of that song, and it's heartbreaking.
Oh,
It's
it
the
is.
first
It's
time I felt
absolutely devastating.
Where I actually felt as like a young person, like shivers down my spine because I actually
Yeah.
felt that. You know, where
Yeah,
he's
you feel
slowly
so
singing that.
awful for him. Like all of
Yeah.
a sudden, oh man.
Yeah, it was one of the first
I
times
love
I
that
ever felt
show.
that. It's one of the first times I ever felt that, and it's always kind of comes back to me. You know, hide your face so the world can never find you.
Yeah, cause
Yeah,
it's like the first time where you really like.
understand
know.
that he's
we're
not just a monster; he's a person. And
right. Yeah, yeah.
I also
It's like
got
that
that
moment
with
encompasses like all this abuse,
Mhm.
that he must have had.
it's great.
in a different way. I get that with Javert's Javert's confession when he's like realizing that he's like, oh, I'm just an asshole, and yeah.
Or one other one was like Disney's Notre Dame, Hunchback of Notre Dame. The one that got me like even angrier is like the villain. His main song is so complex and broken because at the same time he hates what's her name, Esmeralda, but loves her too. Like he longs for her at the same time through the whole song. and there's
He is, in my opinion, probably the creepiest Disney villain.
oh
Like,
yeah, it is so complex and broken, and he is such a broken, weird old man, perverted old man.
man,
And you're like
yeah.
sitting there going, "Wow, as a child, I missed that. As an adult, that's effed up."
Yeah, you watch that again with different eyes as an adult, and you're like, you were deeply hurt by the Catholic Church, and I'm real sorry about that. Like,
What movie?
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh,
Disney's
that's one of
Hunchback.
them I never really saw.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
just,
I
It's
talked to Sarah.
intense. It is beautiful.
Yeah, it's
intense.
yeah. If anything, watch that one song. Like it's all about hellfire and about how like it's to a point where he's having to make a choice between her and going to hell. Like he is broken. Like he's making decisions. Like it's
wow.
yeah.
It's basically a dude with like a religious guilt complex feeling lust for the first time and like castigating himself about it in song, and it is super fun.
Sounds very Catholic.
Yeah, it is.
Sounds
It is
very
very.
Catholic.
The character himself is like I forget what he's like a bishop or
Yeah, he's a
something
bishop.
in the Catholic Church, and like he feels lust for a woman for the first time, and she's this gypsy and blah blah blah. So like he projects it onto her that she's like cast some sort of spell on him.
Yeah.
And
And that's the reason
blah blah
they
blah.
rate
And it's
him.
super fucked up.
They rate him as one of the best Disney villains, most complex, best
Yeah.
Disney villains ever made.
Mhm.
Simply because of that. Like, I think they picked Ursula as the number one.
Yeah.
Simply because of who that character was and who played her. But she wasn't nearly as complex. Like, there is some human relation there where you in your mind you know he's a monster, but you didn't know he was that much of a monster. But
No,
there's-
I just actually read an article recently that it was basically making the argument that him and the guy from Beauty and the Beast,
Gaston?
Gaston. Yeah.
that him and Gaston are actually like the most terrifying Disney villains because they exist in real life.
Yep.
Like they're not some weird supernatural entity or something. That's a person you could know in real life.
Mhm.
And-
Oh yeah.
And I would argue that like the Princess and the Frog, that villain being a charlatan and a scam artist.
Yeah.
Also
Oh, the
is-
Shadow Man. I
Yeah,
love the
he's
Shadow Man.
completely relatable in that.
He
in
was
that
very
aspect.
charismatic.
Yeah, and there's people like that, man. It doesn't matter.
I remember. See, I saw the Princess of the Frog a bunch because that was prime with my kids. You know what I mean? It came out when
Mhm.
my girls were like maybe, 3 and 4. So I saw that one a bunch.
But yeah, you'll have to go back and just look for that song because you'll sit there going, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
This
Check it
is
out.
fucked
I gotta
up.
change my headset battery.
All right, so with that, let's get into this. I know we've gone through a half-hour tangent here, but
As we do.
I love Titus. I love
So
Titus.
this is my soapbox. I love Melissa McCarthy, but Titus should have been Ursula in the live action movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Well,
That's
he,
all.
he was probably how old when it came out? I mean, let's be real.
What?
Porn, like you're talking about, like who is this?
No,
like-
the live action
Oh, they're
Little Mermaid that's
they're
coming
doing
out.
out.
a live action. Little
I didn't
Mermaid.
know they were making a live action, so
Yes. You
Oh,
didn't
no, I
hear
saw-
about
I-
this?
No,
How
no,
have you
my
not
gosh,
heard
yeah,
about
how
that?
did you-
I thought it like a musical. I thought you were talking about a musical, but you're talking about the actual film that's coming out that's a live action.
Mhm.
It's still a musical, isn't it? Or,
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
like, yeah.
I just stopped really caring about them bringing them to life in live action because it's just
I've hated every one of the live
They-
actions. I don't know if there's been a good one yet.
no. Like there's no reason to want to watch them at all. Like
Yeah, there's really no
No.
reason to do it. Like I don't
There's not.
understand.
except-
Money, baby, money.
Yeah.
But you
I'm not
listen
watching
to
them until they
Titus's
come out on
version.
Disney Plus anyways.
So good. He is spectacular.
Well, yeah, that actor, man, he was one of the reasons why I kept watching Kimmy Schmidt. Was
Yeah.
him alone. Man, he's amazing.
And the other one is just gay as hell, so that's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gaston is a very disturbing character, and completely, if you put him in a different perspective, he would fit into exactly where you'd want him to fit.
Hmm.
in today's political environment. It's disturbing. But anyways, you guys are getting ready to go to the masquerade ball. Yes.
And are we still is what's his name? Warren? Is he gonna be escorting us to there?
Yes.
Okay. So even though we all look fabulous, we're still unremarkable.
Well, he's
So that we
gonna
don't
keep
draw
you.
attention to
Yeah, he's
ourselves?
gonna keep you unremarkable until you get there. Okay. Changing the music up. And if you guys want to listen to this music, you can. I have picked a waltz that is creepy and disturbing. You guys walk the streets, heading to this lavish, what looks almost like a mansion. You see, as you come forward, it looks like fireworks are going off into the air. But it's only for you to see. It's all a glamour as you walk through the gates. You guys continue forward as you open the gates. As you're welcomed, you see the glamour has disappeared as you walk through the gates. Kind of disturbingly. Like as if he didn't stop the glamour, it just stopped as you walk through the gate.
And we're not going to the main like tower thing,
No,
right?
you're going to this looks like a governor's mansion.
Okay.
Okay. In town. As you come forward, you walk through what looks like a small courtyard. I don't know what the front of the front yard of a beautiful mansion is called, but it's elaborate, gorgeous. Kind of weird because you actually see like grass and looks like life, but it's all glamour and facade. You're walking through on this gravel pathway. Behind you, you see a horse-drawn carriage go past you, and what looks like ghostly horses are pulling it along. And goes past you. As you continue walking, you see this huge, elaborate fountain. And the fountain itself, beautiful angels are spouting out water. But as you look closer at them, you see that they slowly morph to devils as they turn their eyes. And those angels' eyes just seem to follow you as you look around. And they seem to follow you as you're walking past. And you look closer at the water. It's not water. It's red. Looks like red blood.
Blood?
Blood. You continue forward. As you walk forward, you see two individuals walking out of the carriage that had passed you earlier. We just lost somebody.
We'll get the official song.
Look at the real one.
Oh yeah.
Get that branded one.
Discord, she demand, she demand, she demand. Discord, it's the bed shitter.
He's back.
Hi.
So, you guys continue to walk the path.
Individuals who stepped out of the carriage.
Yes, two individuals walking out of the carriage. They look to be well-to-do individuals in full regalia and masks covering their faces. But you see the man behind.
Oh, I'm in Vogue.
Yes, you're in Vogue, I guess.
Okay, great.
Strike a pose. You see what looks like the man stepping out has, like, blood dripping off the side of his head as he walks out. Looks like a freshly made corpse that has been turned undead. With the slowly following the woman in front of him. She herself is pale-skinned, almost china white. Asian descent. And is absolutely just this phenomenal, beautiful looking. If you, I can't remember, it's like the Asian style vampire that it almost looks like I can't think about the way it looks.
Are you thinking of the wow, brain work. Like there's a word right there.
Yeah.
somewhere.
The Chinese hopping vampire is a reanimated corpse is one of them. I don't want to even say the name. Yeah, exactly. Because I will probably
Get canceled.
I would just
Butcher it.
butcher it. Actually, this is a good imagery. This is hopefully I can get an image for you guys. Come on. Here you go. Looks like that. Black garment, white pale skin, with a black mask, simple black mask over her face. But Oriental in garb. She definitely looks different. As you guys walk up these steps, you see what looks like certain steps are bleeding blood. It's very interesting. But it's all decorative and like glamorous. It's almost like as if they're meant to be like a red carpet, but it's of blood as you walk up the steps. You guys come to the big, like, you see the doors open for the first two, for the guests in front of you, and then quickly close, as if to hide what's to come next from you all. You quickly come forward to the double doors as they open. And you're just bombarded with sound of music and people dancing elaborately and in perfect step. as you walk in, you quickly see your guide step to the side. And he says, make yourselves welcome, or make yourselves comfortable. I will inform him of your presence.
So what kind of room are we in? Or is it like a ballroom?
It's a large ballroom that you've entered, that he's made the main entranceway, which is massive, into a ballroom. You see the big stairs, double stairs on both sides going up. What do you guys do? You see this elaborate dancing and music going on.
I do want to head over to where there's like a bar table and get a drink. Not to drink it, but just to blend in.
Okay.
Same, but to drink it.
Now, what if they only have blood?
Same, but not to drink it, just to blend in. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
As you are walking through, Reagan, I want you to make a perception check.
$19.
19. As you're walking through, you start to notice everyone is in perfect step. Eerily, perfectly in step. And if you look closer, you see many of them are all corpses. Lifeless. Just
It's macabre.
yeah. They're just dancing.
Seat fillers, got it.
Yep. And there's a couple here and there that you actually notice are possibly vampires or something who's actually dancing.
Most of the people are just animated undead people that are
Dancing together, yeah.
So with my 22 passive perception, and I can only roll higher than that, so if you want me to roll, let me know. Is there anyone looking at us? Like, how is there people paying attention to us, watching us walk through to go to the bar?
Yes, almost instantly. Every single bloodsucker in this room has been made aware of you guys walking in the room. They could smell you. And you can tell that they're being held back, but only for one reason. They're being told to hold back.
I'm gonna turn into Grandpa Monster and see if that helps.
Oh!
Boy, yeah.
Eric!
Vampire face never helped anything, okay?
Are you really doing that?
No, I'm.
I'm definitely walking through with like one hand in my pocket with a pistol in it, and then the other hand is like under my cloak, like, you know, touching my rifle, like.
Yeah, as Chris is drinking his bodega coffee.
Derek?
Derek, yeah.
Yeah, we get confused sometimes. It's all right. I do the same. Sometimes I think Chris is me too.
I have some slightly rounder glasses if we want to screw up the look even more.
Ooh. Are we the standout people in this room? Is there anybody else here that is?
See quite a number of very gorgeous individuals, either dancing with a corpse or sitting back at a chair or at a table, watching you and eyeing you. As you see their eyes, they look like predators. Their eyes glisten. The best way I can put it is exactly how I saw it in Interview with the Vampire, the new TV show. They've gotten it down.
But they're vampires.
They're vampires.
Is there anyone that's not a vampire that it's also not undead?
There are a handful of humans there that are not vampires, yes. But it's interesting, as you look to them, you see them turn and you see their eyes suddenly change. I don't know if you've ever seen the TV show. They've done a really good job of making their predatory eyes. Like,
I can't watch that, Aaron. You know that.
it's not scary, you should watch it.
Aaron,
It's not scary, you should watch it.
you said that about Sandman.
And Sandman's not scary!
Yes, it is.
That's scary.
You need to continue watching it, though.
I have already watched all of it, and it was scary.
But it was good, wasn't it?
It was really good,
Yes!
but it was too scary.
You need to watch Interview. It's so good. But
I'm also not. And vampires was never my thing. I will
well,
say
even though regardless, even if vampires are not your thing, human beings are your thing. You should watch Interview because it's about human beings. It's Anne Rice at her best, talking about the human condition. But anyways, in the show, whenever they would get into a fight or whenever they were hunting, their eyes would react like a cat, like Predator. So like their pupils would widen real large, and it was disturbing to watch at first because I didn't, and I went, that's perfect, just like a predator, like any predator cat would attack. Eyes widen, perfectly aware of their situation and their surroundings. That's what you kind of see, these just pools of black eyes just staring at you. Barely any irises as they stare at you. You'd be surprised at the bar, though. They do supply drink. They do have wine. They do have ale.
I'm okay to. They have blood though.
They also have blood in limited supply, but they know not to give it to you.
That's rude.
Trevor's gonna go get a really big beer.
So they won't sell me a glass of blood?
They're not selling, they're giving
Okay.
away drinks. They won't
So
give
they
you
won't give
blood,
me a
though.
glass of blood?
No.
Fine, I'll take a glass of champagne.
They have red wine for you.
I don't want red wine.
Red wine.
That's what you're getting.
Fine, whatever. I just want the
Vampire
glass.
bartender don't give a shit.
No, apparently not.
Basically, after I get my drink, I kind of want to take a position where I can see most of the room. Preferably, I mean, until this guy comes to talk to us, I just kind of want to get a position where I can see.
Sure. Obviously, one of the best ways is to get onto these staircases to see a better view from above. And being of a sniper as yourself, being of a higher level would be more your comfort.
I kind of want to do a lap around the ballroom and like watch people dancing, but also just know where the doors are.
Sure.
Keeping special eye out for anybody who enters the room that gets a reaction from the crowd in general. Like somebody who looks important that, you know, people take notice when they walk in.
Sure. So you're sitting on top. You're standing up about halfway up the staircase, just leaning against the side there, watching. You know, just nonchalantly, looking casual.
Rolled a 27 on perception.
Perception.
Because it's not rolling to roll 20 for, again.
So, as you are looking, Reagan, you walk through some of the crowd, them dancing in perfect time. And as you're walking, you feel suddenly you just feel like you're being watched every left and right. And you are. You all are. And as you continue walking, you see almost as if the path has moved, has cleared ahead of you. And as you go turn yourself to the left, you feel a gentle grab of your hand. What do you do?
Frank, hand. I will just very calmly turn to look at my hand and who has grabbed it.
You see a well-manicured hand, nails a little bit longer than comfortably put, and as you look to your right, you see a man. Very well-kept man. As he moves a step towards you, and he goes, "My expected guests, do you enjoy the festivities?"
It is very beautiful. Thank you for the invitation. Ulrich.
He smirks. If he could blush a little bit, he would. And he goes, "It's a small thing. I've got to keep appearances, my dear. Now, before business, I ask of one thing from you. One dance.
It would be my pleasure. She's done this before. Like,
Yeah.
this is...
He takes your hand and guides you to the center of the floor as you see suddenly everyone gracefully moves out of the way for you. It is as if it was a planned show in a musical, you know?
Mm-hmm.
In a movie musical. As he begins to dance with you, and you feel as if you are floating. And you feel as if you're not in control of yourself at that moment. There's a charm about him. It's not aggressive. It's just slight pulse on the inside of your skin. You feel as you feel the steps that you push with him are going along way too easily. You dance for about a minute in silence, and he goes, "How do you like my city?"
It's unlike anything I've ever seen before.
I know it looks like it's in shambles, but it does have its charms. So, what makes you come this far?
We've been sent to help many people who have experienced devastation spreading across many planets, and we believe the source to be here.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that. I know all about that. I'm talking about you. You come from so far. What makes you grace these halls?
Well, personally, I have an appreciation for exploring new and exciting things, and I believe that you and your people can share something new that we've not seen before.
Oh, my dear. I have so much I can share. As you see just a glisten of his teeth. Just playfully. There's so much in this world that the living don't understand.
They live such short lives. It's hard to capture it all.
And maybe you're one of the few kinds that understands that. But it does get dull, doesn't it?
I haven't found that, no.
Let's add a couple more centuries to the line and come back to me. You see,
What a generous offer.
my door is always open for you. But please, as he says this, he looks you straight in the eyes and goes, but please, I think festivities are over. And as he says that, the music stops and the bodies drop. Every single dancer has dropped, leaving you guys standing. He goes, enough with the niceties. Shall we continue to the other room?
Lead the way. So who is actually here now?
You see all the bodies of dead people just drop to the floor, all the dancers. You see the occasional vampire that was there has been quickly shooed away just for that dramatic effect of seeing suddenly music stop and just complete and utter silence, and all you hear is bodies drop.
So at this point, it's just our party.
It is just
And-
your party.
Okay.
This was all a show for you.
Good show.
As he beckons you guys to a smaller space. Not, by all means, not small, but smaller.
I'm gonna just drop and leave my mask because I don't want to fuck with that anymore.
As he beckons your call to head into the other room.
I'll
Is he-
follow him.
Beckoning us all?
Yes.
Cool.
And you actually hear a voice in your head. He goes, come. We have much to discuss. And you do feel that slight tug.
Encouragement.
Yeah.
I mean, with my wisdom, yeah, sure.
I mean, I can't be charmed, but he's terribly persuasive.
Even
be
at
charmed.
your expectation, you can't be charmed, but you do feel his pull.
Yeah.
You know?
He's got special stuff going on.
You guys walk into this space with what looks like a grandiose fireplace and a couch a very oriented, like beautifully like ornamental couch, and a couple of seats to the left and right of the couch, as he beckons you all forward towards the fire.
Does he sit down?
He waits for you all to sit first.
I walk up, don't sit, and just look him straight in the eye and be like, why all the pageantry? You know, I can only assume you know we were in a tough spot and really had no other choice. The invitation probably would have been good enough. Why?
What makes you think the pageantry's for you?
I'll sit down at one of the single chairs.
As you guys do that, you actually start hearing the music start going back up in the background. And you hear movement again happening in the background.
Well, we don't want to keep you too long from the rest of your guests.
It is but for appearances, my dear. We can't have prying eyes.
Well, we've accepted your invitation.
As you know,
You said that there may be a potential to ally. What do you know of our mission here?
I don't know about your mission, but I do know of one thing. This creature must be stopped. He has taken power of this city and diminished mine.
And have you attempted to stop him on your own? I mean, you're such a powerful lord in this space. I'm surprised that...
You give me too much credit, my dear. I
Surely
wish I
not.
could. But such an outward-facing rebellion would surely cause my demise.
I can understand that. You need somebody to act that won't fall back on you if it goes awry.
Precisely.
Kind of give a nod of acknowledgement as somebody who's probably used powers like this in different wars here and there to influence other powers.
If I move forward, the others will fight against me. They will see that as a force of power, of over it would break our terms of agreement. We all stay within our quarters of our cities. We all rule over our domains. We don't get involved in others' domains. It's been a nice balance for centuries until this creature took over.
Did he take over a particular area?
The tower, my boy. The tower. He's taken the ultimate form of power, the center of this city. It's not just a symbol. It's the honest truth.
What power does the tower hold?
What keeps the undead undead? What keeps us alive, as it were?
I mean, we're looking for one end goal here. It sounds like you might be able to help us, but how? How can you help us? We're more than happy to go in there and fight your fight for you to a certain extent, but any assistance you can give sounds like it'd be helpful. This guy seems like he's got quite an edge on his side right now.
I can't give you help as much as I can give you at least a way in safely, quietly. I have persuasion. Some individuals that are not connected to me that owe me a favor. Maybe I can get help. If that's what you request.
You're offering a way in
Quietly, yes.
quietly.
I have a
That's all.
possible individual that could assist.
How sure a thing is this?
For him to even fathom the idea of doing what you request, it's going to be more than a favor. He's rather expensive.
I assume that's your problem?
Partially. My favors only go so far.
Okay. So then what's required of us?
That would be a discussion with him.
Does this person have any particular skill or experience with killing arcane liches
He
or necromancers?
has very particular tastes.
A particular set of skills.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Can I whisper from the bar, like with my beer, I paid for the vampires last time.
I can call him up. He can be here in several hours.
Do you have any insight of what we're facing? We can only assume, I'm not sure how much knowledge you have, but whether you know of the incident or not, that the person in question knows we are coming.
That I
What
cannot
would
tell
he do
you.
to prepare?
That I cannot tell you. All I know is he's a man of immense power. This creature has gone beyond the means of being not just undead, but just all powerful.
Do you know the source of his power?
His eye and his hand seem to be as one.
Mm-hmm.
He has taken an ancient evil and made it his own. One of not this world.
If we succeed, Is this a power you would take for yourself, or would you be okay if we
I
sought?
don't want this power. I just
what I was
want
looking to hear.
what's mine.
Because I think if we were to find ourselves victorious, we would seek to banish or destroy this power if we could. At the very least, to keep it out away from those who would exploit it.
And Sir Ulrich,
Yes.
could you tell us the name of the man that we seek?
I know not.
We only
his
know him
name.
as the necromancer. No, you don't either?
He takes the name of the power he has. That of Vecna.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
So, do any of us know about Vecna, or the, you know what I mean, the that legend? I can't remember if we talked about this last time, you know, when we first encountered the eye and all that.
A little bit, but not. You know of it's of immense power. It's just you have an idea that it was basically a man that wanted immortality. He wanted godhood and absolute power, but you don't know everything about him. You just know that.
Right.
You get
okay, but
the general
we've
basics
heard of him.
are there.
Yeah.
The general
Right.
basics are there.
Okay.
It's a story told to children as a ghost story or a trope of like a cautionary tale.
Baba Yaga.
Absolute power corrupts, and you'll never get what you want through this said power,
So I think our relationship with this, right, is that we were on the ship when he had procured those items, when like the doctor was able to time warp us.
Mhm.
So we have that little bit, and then Robert's patron, I think, fought him at one point, right?
I don't think
Not
so.
directly.
Not directly.
Yeah, right.
Intervened in a fight with.
Tiamat is complicated. Tiamat is evil, but not Vecna evil.
I think it was the notes that I see were that patron intervened in a fight with Vecna-eyed Mind Flayer. I was not.
Well, that
there
was for us
day.
to get out of the spaceship.
Yeah.
She intervened to teleport us to
Yeah.
Robert's homeworld. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay.
And at that time, I think because that mind flayer was actually like a cohort of the necromancers,
Oh,
and I
gotcha.
think it was only the
Yeah.
eye of Vecna at that point. Like it wasn't the hand as well.
No, the hand. He already had the hand.
Yeah, so it was just the eye.
He goes, and then he just says, "All right, well, now that this is all settled, I can give you an into the castle, into the tower, and I can give
Do you know when would be the most appropriate time to strike?
Day and night is of no matter here. I know the timings of the guard. we can get you in an appropriate time. You hear him clap. He goes, "Bring the prisoner to me, please."
Who's it gonna be?
He
You
continues.
got cheesy puffs, Chris?
Cheesy puffs?
No.
They are the sweet jalapeno ones from HEB, and they are delicious.
Ooh.
If you haven't tried them.
He, a little bit of time back, it comes by, you are drinking your drinks, enjoying. And suddenly you see a man being thrown down on the ground. As he points down at you, at him, and he goes, "He will assist you in what you need." As then he throws gear down on the ground next to him.
Okay. I want to get up and go help him up.
Do we know this person?
Yeah, do I recognize him?
You don't.
Hmm.
You see what looks like a half elven man.
Ugh!
And on the ground you see what looks like a rapier. And what looks like a weird mechanical contraption as it falls to the ground.
Let me ask, is he wearing pants?
He is wearing pants.
He's not Winnie the Pooh.
Can I look at the doctor to see, like, does he clock the device that's on the ground? Can he see it?
The doctor, do you want to do an investigation check to see what is this thing on the ground?
All right. Oh, it didn't. It's I only got a 14 because I rolled a 5.
I'm not rolling to roll 20 either, so issue tonight.
You look at this thing, and it looks like an it looks almost like an instrument, but it looks like it's been like overly worked on by a crazed scientist.
Like a musical instrument?
Yes.
Oh! An overly engineered musical instrument. Like a French horn.
No.
Oh.
More like it looks like a guitar almost with but it looks like it has piano keys on it too.
Oh, you're talking about the Casio electric.
And it has a
Yeah.
crank on the side. Looks like a hand crank on the side. And as the man steps up, you see a glamour change around him as his suit of armor comes to go around him, and he has this beautiful oriental ornamented hat comes to life. As he picks up his hurdy-gurdy and goes, "Welcome. I'm glad to see your friendly faces."
I'd like to insight check. Is this guy acting like a prisoner or putting
Now
on
he's
a
not.
show?
He's putting on a show. You can tell he is. And
Alright.
he goes, and then you see him turn his eyes and turn his head slightly to the left, and he goes, "Come, my dear. we have work to do. As you suddenly see a young little girl, green in color and phase, and phasing in and out, as she goes, "Sure thing, what are we doing?" As you see the Pied Piper ahead of you. And that's where we're going to leave off tonight.
That's why I asked if he was wearing pants.
He did.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Does he look like he's living?
He's dead but undead. He definitely looks more of the revenant variety.
Yeah, so dead but not like rotting.
Yeah. He's got a heartbeat, but it's not much of one.
He never did have much of a heart, though, did he?
Well, he's repenting.
That is true.
And that's where we're going to leave off tonight. With you guys have the party member added as the Pied Piper continues alongside you all.
Wow.
As he looks to you all and he goes, "I'll help you out if you can get me home."
Wow.
Oh, wait, is this the guy? This is the guy that was supposed to help us?
Yeah, he's gonna help us.
Oh, snap!
Mhm.
I didn't realize.
He
That.
is.
I
the
thought he was
Piper.
helping us get to the guy that was supposed to help us.
Nope. You now have the Pied Piper, and all he requests is that you get him home.
He said he'll ride with you if you can get him to the border.
Mhm.
Sheriff's after me for what I did to his daughter.
And you can ask
Wow.
him one question, Reagan. Ask him where's your home?
Yeah, like, what's the definition of
Yeah, where do you consider home to be?
And all he says is, Terrestria. I need to get to my friends.
Okay. That's weird.
I wouldn't as a character. I'll be honest. I was gonna say, do the humans know what the like old name of their planet was originally?
No, it's so lost with time out. in
That's what I was
space.
wondering. But my history is a +1, so I was
Yeah.
like, I shouldn't even
Yeah,
ask that
it's
as
a
a
little
character.
rough.
Would I know that?
the
You
man from Terrestrial?
heard
that plays the
of-
hurdy-gurdy?
It feels like a myth, right? It feels
Yeah,
like
it's
the
myth.
like the origin kind of like.
Yeah, it's the origin myth. It's the
So
home.
to hear this, like that his home is this place, that it's real,
Mm-hmm.
is quite a thing.
Right. Now you've probably heard it as called Terra, but so Terrestria
Mhm.
is kind of odd, but Terra you've heard of.
Okay.
Oh, esoteric there.
But it's enough for you to understand that you could probably put two and two together.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you guys had to know I was going to throw this stuff around.
I know it's about time. We're getting close.
I'm nominating Derek for the Word of the Day award for esoteric.
And yeah, Brandon, if you need to build your character up again, he's going.
I was gonna ask you, do you want the version of him when he died? Because I still have him, but he is like level fucking
Yeah.
We were level
19
20.
or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
nope.
Oh, I thought we made to level 20.
I want him at level. What are you guys going to be? 14?
Well, we're 13 right now.
Well,
So
now you're
that's up to you.
You guys are leveling up to 14 at this point.
Nice.
Okay.
So I want
Just
him.
some straight
Or
charisma
14.
because we're feeling so good about our fancy duds.
I want him.
Okay.
So
I need to make a new version of him that
Yeah.
will be
and
level 14.
and you can
Okay.
explain that away that he's lost some of his.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's no longer. Dying twice takes it out of a guy, you know.
Well, you didn't die, so to say.
You just
Fair.
moved on to what you were supposed to do as a revenant.
Yeah.
And now, for some reason, you're stuck on this. You've been stuck on this planet. This horrorscape, taking care of these children.
He's been taking care of the undead children?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That's
That he killed?
that he killed. That is
Oh.
his penance. He is to care for the children that he has killed in his past. For eternity.
I was gonna say I didn't kill them. I just led them to their death. I
You
just
could.
abducted
could-
them and
you-
led them to their death.
You took part at
So
chaos.
I've said his role here is to care for the undead children whose death he is responsible for.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's fair.
There we-
Wow. I knew it was coming, and yet it shocked the heck out of me. Like, I knew eventually we were gonna get here and start to do this, but I kind of got a little verklempt and surprised.
I needed to tie it in somewhere. And it's
perfect.
Well, undead, you're dealing with revenants. This felt like a perfect place to put him. And I'm sure I even surprised Brandon a little bit. And he's like, fuck, motherfucker. But, I want that tie-in. I want you now to have a reason to go to Terrestria that is beyond just that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You now need to go there to drop him off. As long as that's the rule, he'll take you home.
Can you? I'm gonna need you to make me a third character in the campaign.
I think you could just do it. I thought you could create character under campaign and it would.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Yeah, I think you
Aaron
can
had
do it
to-
yourself.
Okay.
Because I went back to our old campaigns to create random characters just so I can use Aaron's textbooks that he has unlocked and shared with us.
Mhm.
So I go back to the original campaign to create random characters from time to time.
But we're gonna stop streaming at this point. Have a good night.